I was a United Nations Human Rights Field Officer during the war in Bosnia Herzegovina. And one of the most important tasks of my colleagues and myself was to chronicle the atrocities that were perpetrated right across the period of the conflict. By far the most horrific of those was, of course, the genocide at Srebrenica. In July 1995, the vicious murder of over 8,000 men, the brutal violation of the human rights of women and children, and their subsequent expulsion from the area. I very much welcome that finally the United Nations has declared an annual day of remembrance for the genocide. On that day of remembrance, we need to do 4 things. The first is that we must remember. It's essential that we recall what happened in all its detail. We never forget, because it's when we forget that there's a danger that such awful things can happen again. Second, we must honor. We must honor those who died. We must honor the victims of the abuses. We must honor their relatives and their descendants. Third, we must be outraged. We must be outraged against those who deny the fact of the genocide or who glorified those who perpetrated it. And fourth and finally, we must act. We must recommit to building societies with the thread of human rights holding them together, where acts of genocide would be inconceivable.